I'm going to be issuing a preliminary report. It's preliminary. It's just scratching the surface. We're primarily going to release that report to solicit more eyewitness testimony. If you took video, save it. Make a backup copy. We can glean things in terms of audio and in terms of where the shots came from. Was it one rifle? Was it more than one? I've seen some pretty interesting video on the internet by experts that certainly calls into question what the FBI is telling us about a single shooter. Again, we're only just beginning this, but it is so important that people who saw things, that have information, they preserve it, they memorialize what they saw, because memories change over time. They can be influenced. So it's good news. On a bipartisan basis, Chairman Blumenthal and I are dedicated to taking transcribed interviews with law enforcement and public, just members of the general public that were at that rally. No matter how insignificant your piece of information might be, it might lend to provide the full story of what happened, because the American public needs to understand what happened here.
So are you questioning whether or not there was a second shooter? Is that what you're questioning, or if the shooter had a different gun?
I saw an extremely convincing video online. I know it's all over the place. There were 3 distinct shots early on, followed by another 5 in more staccato, more rapidly fired, and then the final one, which we believe took the shooter out. How do you explain that? I don't know. I'm not an expert. But the individual putting that video out says it clearly shows that there were at least 3 different weapons fired that day. Again, I don't know, but we can't trust the FBI and the Secret Service to do an honest and open and transparent investigation. That's just a very sad fact. So we've got to rely on other sources, independent, to really find out what the truth of the matter was on Saturday, July 13th.
Senator, before you go, who shot JFK?
Well, we don't know. And we still, and one of the reasons I'm hopping on this now is, if you read anything about it, the Warren Commission is basically set up to cover up. There was so much evidence that was never even looked at purposefully. So we can't let that happen. The beauty is, you didn't have cell phones. You don't have literally hundreds, if not thousands, of recordings of that moment where we can take a look at and we listen to the audio files and we can triangulate to find out where the shots came from, each individual shot. Again, technology is marvelous. We're far advanced than we were in 1963, so we should be able to get to the bottom of this. But again, we need people. Go to our website, contact my office. Let's get the truth.
Senator, thank you. We'll be watching your work. A lot of opened questions as a result of your preliminary work already. Thank you, sir. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson
Have a good day.
Joining us. Thank you.